How have you been holding up this week? Hopefully you're taking the time to check in on yourself and making sure your mental health is in good shape. It's Self-Care Saturday here on BNC. Each week I chat with a therapist about how to keep your mental health in check and to give you your mental health tip of the week. Today I spoke with Dr. Charmain Jackman from InnoPsych about how college students are dealing with a lot as they navigate this new life on campus during a pandemic. We're talking about, obviously, the pandemic is still going on at this point, and many people are dealing with same frustration. So talk a little bit about, college students are now back on campuses in some places. Many of them have been dealing with a lot of COVID-19 cases as well. Some of the stress that they may be going through right now, tell us a little bit about what they may be experiencing.
So as we think about your audience is Black students walking into many of them PWIs, right, predominantly white institutions, and expecting things to be a little bit different. Like, how is the organization responding to the call to action for anti-racism changes in the organizations and in institutions? And we know that many organizations have put out the statements, right? Some of it is performative, and some of it is really really genuine and authentic and really thoughtful and leading to systemic change. So I know students are walking in wondering, how is my institution responding to what's happening? Are they paying attention to Black Lives Matter movement, or are they just focusing on COVID-19? So I think there's that question, like, is this organization going to be different in responding to my needs? I think people are also, students are also worried about their own health, particularly if they're on campus, and is the institution really taking enough precautions to keep them safe? What are the strategies, or what's the protocol if the numbers rise above a certain percentage? So those things are going in, I think not too different from what we've been dealing with this last 6 months, but really looking to see how are organizations responding to the call to action. And how are their peers, their colleagues, their classmates responding? Are they acting any differently? Are they taking this seriously? Are they recognizing that I've been through a lot emotionally just dealing with all of this stuff? And are people going to be respectful of that?
And I mean, imagine the first time students who haven't been there yet. This is their first year and they're going into college and there's a new life, a new normal at this point. What type of stress do you think they may be going through in terms of trying to adapt to something brand new and then also this new lifestyle to begin with?
Right. And, if you've been through college, the whole process is stressful. You're leaving home. There's the excitement about leaving home, but you have this almost this cloud, like, and is this going to be the full year, or am I going to have to go back to virtual? So I think the typical anxiety that people have, the excitement filled with anxiety about any new transitions, any changes. And I think, again, thinking about in light of what we've been going through over the last 6 months, is this institution going to be responding and respectful of where I'm at emotionally? Is it really taking measures to understand and recognize and uplift and center my voice in this institution? So a lot of questioning, I think, and wondering about the institution's response.
And what recommendations would you have for those students who are going through this right now?
Yeah, I definitely, college campuses have resources at their schools. So making sure you're connected with your resident assistant, making sure you're connecting with your student affairs office. Most college campuses have a counseling centers. So, I always recommend people connect with a therapist so that there are things that are coming up. Don't wait till there's a problem, right? Being preventive and proactive around that. If your college center does not have therapists of color on their staff, making a request that they need to diversify. And I think colleges are getting that message very clearly that they have to diversify their staff or connect you with therapists of color in their community.
For those people, this week when they're going to, whether it's their classrooms or just dealing with something, what's your mental health tip of the week for them?
I think it's really important to, I may have shared this one before, but I really, your voice and your story is really important, and your school and your classmates need to hear that. So don't be shy about sharing your story. Like that is a piece that helps you kind of get your own anxiety and stress out. So you may journal, you may, make a blog post, you may do a video log, a vlog, any way that kind of gets to share your experience, documenting that journey or situation or experience or journey. So documenting that and look back like a year. I mean, I think all of us will be looking back to 2020 and like, how did we survive? How did we thrive during this? So find a way to share your story with others, I think, is a really great tip to maintain that mental wellness.
Is there anything else that you wanted to add to, like whether it's, do you ever recommend that people spend like some quiet time by themselves and just kind of getting away from all of the craziness that may be going on campus?
Yeah, so, right, there's often a lot of pressure standing out on the campus to connect, right? There are a lot of events around community building, and I think it is important to connect, but don't be afraid to kind of find those moments of stillness. I love guided meditation, and so there are lots of apps out there that promote and support folks getting meditation and taking that moment of stillness. I think journaling also presents that opportunity to, again, how do you listen to your voice? How do you uplift your voice and make sure that you are connecting to that? Like you're staying true to your values and your worth in this situation.
All right, Dr. Jackman, thank you so much for visiting us again on Self-Care Saturday. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. And find out more resources at our website at innosight.com. Thank you.